Okay, this document links to the statistics and probability topic of the Maths IB course. On page 1.2, it introduces this file and effectively builds up towards a sampling model on page 1.5. So on page 1.3 and page 1.4, it explains how all the parameters can be controlled. And on page 1.5, we have an animation of what's going on. So let me just briefly explain what you're seeing here. The blue dots are the dots of a population, all the experiments possibly able to be done, and the blue dotted line is the line of best fit that would be appropriate to those blue dots. Often you don't have access to all of the data, you only have access to a sample of the data, and those are represented by the red dots, and the size of that sample is able to be controlled on the previous page, page 1.4, sample size 10. Going back here, if I set the animation in motion, what happens is it's picking 10 different random points from this population, and for each set of 10 random points, which are red, a freshly calculated line of best fit is being generated. That's also the one in red. And so you can start to see that there can be quite a wide variety of different possibilities depending on how big your sample was, depending on how big your population was, etc., etc. So I'll just pause that. You can manually change one sample at a time, and you can see the value of R squared changes accordingly. If I wanted to change it so that the data was over a much smaller region, like so, and then set it in motion, you can see that there's possibly a more wildly ranging set of lines of best fit because things are less spread out. So there are lots of things that control how good an experiment might be modeled by a linear function. So it's just an introduction to sampling, lines of best fit, all the different possibilities, what could they end up looking like, and the different varieties for different sets of data. It gives an overview of nothing else. That's it. That's all it does.